We're going to start with Drake and XXXTentacion. So we know these two have a contentious relationship, to say the least, but this weekend there was some strange activity on X's social accounts. So there was a photo of a man, a Drake lookalike, performing fellatio that was eventually removed.
Oh, Jesus.
And later on his Instagram story, X says, you know, if anyone tries to kill me, it's Drake. I'm snitching right now. Later, of course, he said he was hacked. So, of course, the first question is, was he really hacked? What do you guys think?
People still running with the hack shit in 2018. Like, stop it. You was not hacked, because there's way more compromising things that will come out if you was hacked than a fake picture of Drake doing some gay activity. I think it was probably him doing that. Like, not the activity, my fault. I said that wrong.
So you think it was him tweeting it out?
Yo, if he was hacked, right? If he was hacked, don't you think more things would have came out? Like, a person would have went crazy on his gram. They just did that one thing and just kept it moving.
I ain't gonna lie, the hackers been getting lame nowadays, yo. Back in the day when hackers
They would go crazy, that's what I'm saying.
They would, all your private photos, every
Everything.
chick you DMing is coming out.
Everything.
These days the hackers will hack you just to give themselves a shout out. It's just weird.
Right.
So I don't know what that is, but I would like to hear what Star. So I know you missed nothing. So when you saw that, what you think?
Our first show, I came at him kind of hard. XXXTentacion. My radio history and my new radio history to come, follow me on Twitter, has always been to give young people a chance. I pride myself on that, and that gets overlooked with me. I don't want to even give this attention whether he was or wasn't hacked. He's a young guy. What is he, 20, 21?
19.
19.
I'm listening to his music right now. I don't know if he was hacked. If he was, okay, but if he wasn't, then, you know, we all get saucy and say some shit on Twitter, do some fuck shit, and then delete it. I deleted some shit last night about Whoa Vicky I put up, you know, so it's what we do.
Suburban Savage, Whoa Vicky.
What's that?
The Suburban
Yeah,
Savage.
hold your head,
Suburban
Whoa Vicky, you'll be
Savage.
okay, girl.
Oh my God.
I'm focused on his music. And again, I like to give young people a chance. I think he could be bound for greatness. The hater is saying that he could be bound for greatness. I don't know if he was hacked. I don't know.
What would be the reasoning if he wasn't hacked to do this right now? So some people think after the God's Plan video, maybe he was irritated. Fans said that Drake was stealing his helping hand challenge.
Right.
Do you think that could be a motivation here, or?
Honestly, all right, let me pretend he wasn't hacked.
Okay.
If he wasn't hacked, right? I think this is how someone should compete. You can't compete with the guy who's number 2 or number 3. You got to compete with the guy who's number 1 if you want number 1.
Right.
The mere fact that he is seeing himself as a competitor to Drake tells where he's already headed for.
Right.
Right? I think if you've seen over the last couple months or even what he's responding to, he definitely believes that Drake is clocking him, or he's responding to Drake and Drake is responding to him. Whether that's true or not,
Right.
we may see later on, but clearly he's going at Drake. There's only one thing.
What?
Because usually Drake is very careful and calculated. I think if Drake ever bites back or like claps back, it might not be to his, it might not help him out. It might
not help Drake out?
No, it might not help X out.
Right.
Because I think X, it's all about association. If I'm beefing with a top rapper, you're having me in a conversation with the top rapper.
Right.
I think Tory Lanez did that too. I don't care if I'm reaching, as long as I'm beefing with a top guy, you start talking about me with the top guy, right? Now, if the top guy Meek Mills me, what do you do?
Meek Mills you.
And when I mean Meek Mill, I'm not trying to use him as a
Well, I mean, see your point, like with the X thing, okay, let's say he wasn't hacked, right? Who took the time to watch that vid, take a screenshot, and upload it? Like, that's crazy. That's how we competing today in 2018
Yes.
in music?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
I feel like whether he was or he wasn't,
Sadly, I put shit up on and somebody automatically takes the number. Oh shit! I just deleted that. No, you didn't. Somebody's got
Well,
it.
why even delete it then? If you know people are gonna grab it immediately, what's
that's
the point?
crazy. to just
Because
have
we
on
sit
your
around
page.
smoking and drinking, and we're in our feelings, and we don't think.
Fair enough.
I can admit it. I'm on some bullshit. I can admit
honestly,
it.
the fact is this. I think X sees himself as a competitor to Drake. I think he's realizing post that song that Drake might have stole from him, people aren't seeing like, yo, Drake is coming at you. So it seems like you're reaching. For example, with the charity thing, yo, Drake stole my idea and gave out $1 million.
Right.
And everyone's like, who the fuck cares? Like, he gave
Right.
out $1 million. Nobody
Yeah.
cares about it. It was your idea. You
Right.
didn't invent charity. So you fall back on that. Yo, this Drake sucking dick and be like, who cares? half of these niggas are gay, and like nobody cares about it.
80%.
It might be true.
80%.
Right? And then everyone's saying that's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big
so
deal.
basically, I think at this point, he's going at Drake, but everything he's firing at Drake Drake's almost like Teflon Don in comparison
I'm
to him.
gonna keep it 100. Drake need to make a takeover and just air everybody who has any type of problem with him. He needs to air everybody.
Why even give that attention?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. The first time Drake ever hit me up, he hit me up over the God's Plan video, and it was a post I made, and basically he was saying, I don't want no connection to no other artists. He was like, yo, if you feel my shit was disingenuous, just say that. Don't say I'm like copying nobody, because I didn't.
Right.
And I fuck with the kid, or he didn't say fuck with him, but he's like, yo, I'm not trying to be involved with
I
him.
don't think he cares about X, yo.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So why make a takeover if he went out of his way to hit me up? He never hit me up before.
Right.
And he was kind of really just trying to say, let's just look at what I did. Let's not bring nobody else into it.
I mean,
I don't think he want to give nobody attention.
But you're saying
Can
takeover not just for X,
Not just
right?
for X. I'm just saying for
everybody in the game.
because guess what? People been having shit to say about Drake for the
Right.
longest. How he can't rap this, that, and the third. I just think he needs to do something to say fuck all of y'all and
He
do it
been doing
lyrically.
it, though.
He been doing it, but I'm just talking about an aggressive record.
And
Like
calling names. Star, what are you
Yeah.
gonna add?
Okay, which names would he
Hang
call?
on. Are we ever going to see the
Too many.
Are we ever going to see the transcripts of the conversation between you and Drake?
Nah.
Why not?
Why would I do that? Would you do that?
What's that?
Would you do that?
Absolutely. I'm on that bullshit.
he's on that bullshit.
Yo, talking to Star is like basically you're talking to somebody with a wire on. Basically, you're saying
Nah,
you're going
man.
to
You're not going to put it out?
No. The only way I would put it out is if he came out and be like, I never talked to that nigga. I was going out.
Yeah.
Don't ever like fuck with my credibility or me telling the truth.
I support snitching. Don't get it fucked up.
Well, that's not really snitching, but I try to treat private conversations as private, and I divulge what needs to be
private
divulged.
these days. What is he talking about?
This is the evolved academics. He
okay.
wasn't like this last year. He's learning.
God's plan academic.
For example,
God's plan
me and
academic.
Meek Mill, we had a conversation I never mentioned. But you know when I mentioned it? I mentioned it when he went on the radio, and also his homie like threatened me online. But they went to say, yo, academics don't post me, blah, blah. And I posted the conversation and say, Meek, you told me not to post you. Right? So I have to then validate what we said in private by you saying something in public.
Insurance, okay.
You get me?
But do you still have the Drake conversation saved?
Of course.
My nigga. Of course.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Man.
My nigga.
and honestly, it's nothing wild where I'm like, yo, if he says something, I'm exposing him. Like, it was just real honest, like, back and forth.
That's why nobody should ever see it, because it's real honest back and forth.
Exactly, you know what I mean? And I don't think he's gonna be like, yo, I'm not gonna lie. If he ever came out like, yo, I never talked to that fuck nigga academics, it's going out. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. So in summary,
Bro, come on, like, yo, because it makes me look like
I
a
feel
lie.
you, I feel you. All right.
in summary, X got hacked. Is that where we leave this conversation?
I don't know.
Do y'all think, I think this is a conversation, right? Do y'all think X, which is a 19-year-old kid, right? He came out of jail, his big buzz was that he said Drake took his song, and most artists these days, there's been a lot who thought Drake has taken a flow, a style, a song, a fucking cadence from them, but they all do nothing. You lay down because that's the top guy. One notably is Drum. Drum had Cha-Cha. Drake took that shit and said, fuck that Cha-Cha shit. Hotline Bling, right? He even admitted to it, right?
So the question is what?
Because X went at Drake, is his like come up or legacy tied to Drake? Because I think that's why he keeps knocking on that door.
I think
It's
for
tied to if he keeps doing this.
I think for
Yeah.
right now, to some degree, yes. And that's why I said I'm trying to give his music a chance. I'm trying to
Right.
get past, the social media shit. I'm really, really listening to his music. I want to respect his art form.
Yeah, all this silly shit, man. He a musician, man. Like, if he wants to be tied to Drake and be in that conversation, Drake makes tremendous music. Regardless if he takes a song and flips it and makes it a bigger thing. If you want to be in a conversation with Drake, now I know that X has a big following, cult-like following, crazy, but he ain't no Drake. He ain't even really knocking on that door if you putting numbers together, what Drake does as opposed to what he does, and he's doing very good for himself. So if he wants people to respect him as an artist, he just got to put out music instead of all this other silly shit.
Is music coming?
Music is
Yeah,
coming.
you was A&R, right?
Nah,
They,
I'm not no
they
A&R.
Skype and FaceTime every night. So.
But I do hear music. Yo, he got some great records coming. I think you said something very important that he should do with music. Drake is 7 albums in. He's one album in. You get me?
You're not knocking on the door.
And again, I think with social media now, where you see someone like, and I hate to use my guy because I just talked to him recently for the first time, Pump, like he went from 0 to like 10 million followers in literally like a year or two.
Yeah.
People want to rush the process. Drake was doing his thing since
Drake been in this for 10 years. Officially.
So it's been 10 years he got to this point. Everyone's like, yo, yeah, I got on last year. This year's the year I'm passing Drake. It might take 5. You get me?
It might never happen.
Or as the niggas in Philly say, trust the process.